Hello everyone, this video is for grade 6th, subject science, block 12, structure and functions of a flower. In this block we are continuing with the LP2, that is inner parts of a flower. The aim of this lesson is to compare the inner parts of flowers and state whether they are unisexual or bisexual. The keywords are stamen, pistil, unisexual and bisexual. The resources required are Datura flower, papaya flower, forceps, S2 of volume book, notebook and Exceed content book. Now students think and try to answer these questions by pausing the video. What will happen if the flower remains as a bud? What happens when a bud opens? What is present inside the flower? And what will you see if the outer parts of the flower are removed? A bud opens into a beautiful flower and exposes the inner parts of the flower. When the outer parts of the flower are removed, we can see the inner parts of the flower. So students, today we will identify and compare the inner parts of two flowers. For this, you have to copy this table in your notebook. Carefully remove the outer parts of each flower. Observe the inner parts of the two flowers. Compare and complete the table for both the flower 1 and 2. You can see this table consists 3 columns in which you have to write color, the size of the inner parts and the number of subparts they possess. In case if you are unable to collect these flowers, then you can take the help of picture given in the next slide. The slide is showing flower 1 datura and flower 2 papaya. Apart from sepals and petals which we discussed yesterday, there are some another inner parts are visible. You have to observe them and you have to note down them in table. Now after resuming the video again, try to answer these activity questions. How many types of inner parts were there in flower 1 and flower 2? Which inner parts did you identify? How are the two flowers similar and different based on their inner parts? So let's see. There were two types of inner parts in the flower 1, the stamen and the pistil or carpel. Stamen is the male part of the flower which consists of a long tubular filament and a swollen portion at the top called the anther. This is the structure of stamen. Stamen consists tubular structure filament and the swollen part at the top anther. And the second picture is showing the inner view of anther. The innermost part of the flower is pistil or carpel. It is the female part of the flower. It is divided into 3 subparts. A flat, sticky portion at the tip is called stigma. A cylindrical stalk is called style. And a swollen base is called ovary. Flower 2 had only one type of inner part. Now see the picture of this pistil, which consists 3 subparts. The top part is stigma, the tubular middle part is style, and the swollen basal part is called ovary. And the inner view of ovary is also shown in the second picture. Now, do all flowers have the same number of stamens and pistil? How do plants show diversity in their inner parts? What are flowers which have both stamen and pistil called? What are the flowers that have either stamen or pistil called? What are pollen grains? So let's find their answers. The number of stamens and pistils in a flower can vary from 1 to many. Some flowers have long hanging stamens, while others have short stamens. Flowers like datura and mustard, in which both stamen and pistil are present, are called bisexual flowers. while the flowers like papaya and cucumber, in which only either stamen or pistil is present, are called unisexual flowers. Flowers with only stamen are male flowers and flowers with only pistil are female flowers. The anther produces yellow powdery substance called pollen grains. Each pollen grain contains the male cells or the male gametes. Now, why are anthers prominent in a flower? Why are the stigmas usually sticky? So the anthers are prominent because they produce pollen grains which are carried by insects or wind to the stigma of flowers. Stigma is usually sticky so that pollen remains stuck on the stigma. So children, what we learned today? We learned about the inner parts of the flower and we discussed the types of flower based on the type of inner parts they consist. Basically, there are two inner parts, male part and female part. Male part is called stamen and female part is called pistil. Those flowers which have both male and female part together are known as bisexual flower, while those flowers which have either stamen or pistil are known as unisexual flowers. Now this is the time for quiz. Name two inner parts of a flower. What do you mean by unisexual and bisexual flower? Application part. Students, you have to finish S2 of your volume book based on today's learning. You have to complete practice questions 4, 5 and 6 from the Exceed content book. Thank you students. Have a great day.